Thank you for joining us today on Living It Up, Making Life Juicy. And boy, are we going to make life juicy today. My guest is the lovely and gorgeous Gail Supplee. Welcome to my show.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Absolutely. Gail is an author and obviously into fitness because she looks great, and look at the gams, right? And so tell us about this. I want to hear about the book that you're writing.
Yes, it's been a process, and I started it 2 years ago.
Okay.
Actually going on 3 years ago, and it all began with me finding out that my husband, who I called my Mr. True Blue, was having a relationship with someone else, and has been having the relationship, and I needed to get my emotions out. And otherwise, if I kept it in, I felt like I was just going to go mad. And I started writing, and just writing and writing and writing and writing.
Wow.
And as it evolved, I realized that I had something to say, and I needed to get a message out to women, whether they felt like they were suspicious of something, or whether they had gone through it,
right,
or whether they didn't want anything like this to ever happen.
Right.
In other words, the warning signs and the changes, some subtle, some not so subtle.
Right, because I've been through that exact thing for the younger girl, you know, and you know, it sucks. It really sucks, and it's very damaging. It just really cuts you to the quick.
It does.
You know, and it just destroys your ego, and then you've got to really rebuild everything. But I think at those points, that's when you really learn who you are and what you want to be and who you want to be, you know, and who you can become, and you can start thriving.
And that's exactly what I decided. I decided that I could either stay in the muck and mire and lose myself there, or pick myself up, dust myself off, pull my bootstraps up, and get on with life.
Do it, show the boots, Let's
pull my bootstraps up.
Oh wait, put it in the center. Oh. Too
I
cute. Seeing a little leg here. All right, cute.
And find out what I'm made of.
Right.
And figure out who I am, and that's more the message than anything. The journey of how it all began was devastating, but the journey in discovering myself at the ripe old age of...
You don't have to say it. It's okay. Let me tell you, she's gorgeous. For any age. For a teenager, she's gorgeous.
But the message truly is, it's never too late. And the things that I'm discovering about myself,
right?
Because nobody knows how they're going to react in a situation like that. And I decided that I was worth way more than what was presented to me.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And when you feel that way, it becomes an unwavering belief in yourself and what you stand for. You find out what your anchor is in life, so that when things happen in your life, you're the same person.
Right. Very
because you know who you are.
Very good. Tell us, because my mommy wants to know about the process of writing, your special process that you do.
Well, again, my special process initially started with just needing to get all of the information out of my head and heart because I was feeling sick inside.
Sickening.
So I
Yes,
just
the
kept
whole-
writing and writing and writing. First, it was just, and was mostly on my iPhone.
Get out.
Yeah, and then I emailed myself.
Tell me it doesn't have autocorrect. It's a nightmare.
Well, it can be. And it was great when finally I realized I had the little microphone.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. So I dictated a lot of things, but it was really just writing down, getting down on paper or out of me how I was feeling at the moment, because you can't stay in that moment and you might forget about that moment.
Yes.
And you don't want to, you want to be reminded in a sense as a learning tool, not to stay there, but as a learning tool. And that's what I felt. And I looked online and looked in bookshops and didn't really see anything that was a personal story of someone's journey through devastation and then on to a life that it's like, I wonder where life's going to take me today.
How exciting.
Yes.
How very exciting.
It is.
Okay, so tell us about the other things that you're into. You're a coach for Team Beachbody?
Yes.
Oh, you got it, honey.
I'm a wellness.
I mean, I'm not that way, but and nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
But I can admire.
I think women always admire one another, and
yes,
I always go out of my way if I see someone who looks really beautiful to let them know that.
I do the same thing. I think we have to encourage each other.
Yeah.
I think that's very important. And I feel sorry for women who have, like a friend on Facebook was complaining about her female friends, or the women around her, how they aren't that way. And I'm like, you need better friends, because I've been very lucky to have that.
Me too.
But, yeah.
Me too. And when you're with your friends, it really doesn't make any difference whether you're all glammed up or just hair in a ponytail. You are who you are inside.
Yes.
Not just the exterior. Nothing wrong with looking nice and feeling good, but that can't be where it ends.
Right. It's from the inside out.
Right.
So Beachbody.
So Beachbody. I have been working out ever since Beachbody came on the scene back in 1998. I think their first VHS was Power 90 and Slim and Six and all these, because I'm a person who likes to work out at home instead of getting in the car, driving to a gym. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but for me, I didn't want to take the time to do that. And it was a couple years ago that I was telling my daughter it would be great if they had older women in those fitness tapes, so that people of all ages and an older person would be able to see I could look like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not think that they can't. And she actually put me in touch with a Beachbody coach that was working with their company for a fitness challenge. And that's where it all began. And last year I went to Las Vegas and I met Tony Horton and a lot of the other Beachbody instructors, and it was just such a great experience, and just being around all that energy.
Yeah,
positive energy.
Super. So, and one of the things that is kind of new now for Beachbody is PIYO?
Yes.
Okay.
PIYO. It's the first two letters of Pilates, first two letters of yoga.
Okay,
So it's a combination of Pilates and yoga, and you sweat and you get an excellent workout. When I was getting my certifications, we were going over and over and over different moves, and my shoulders were killing me. And that's a good, upper body strength for women is important.
Definitely. definitely. Okay. Okay. So, gosh, I'm thinking next time you need to like teach me some payo.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I got her on again. How about that?
Yay!
Okay.
That would be great, but it all stemmed from having something, whatever it is in your life, come your way.
Devastating. Yeah.
And it really is, I finally came to terms that it was like mourning the death of a marriage.
It is.
And you go through this devastation period, and then you know that life goes on, and you pick yourself up.
Right.
And that's what I kept saying. I kept saying, pull my bootstraps up, and that's where I came to that
Yeah.
name.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, you certainly do have a wonderful story to tell, a success story.
It is a success story.
Yes.
It's not a male bashing or anything like that. It truly is a success story.
Right, because men go through this too. You know,
Certainly, absolutely.
women leave their spouses, you know, their husbands too. So, but just to survive is good, but to thrive is great.
Yes.
Is great. Now, we have some other things. This woman is a force to reckon with. So tell me about voice acting.
I took a class, and this was when I was in the pre-awareness stage of what was going on in my marriage. I was doing different things, and I signed up for several different classes that Chester County, the Chester County schools were offering, and one was voice acting.
Super.
And I wanted to check that out because it's something that I always felt I had a gift with. I have a gift where I can imitate people's voices. And I did that with my kids. Growing up, I was a one-man band with Sesame Street.
I love it. I love it.
I was all the characters. But I went and I took it a little bit further, and I actually have a demo.
Nice.
And that's on my plate of things to do, on my big goal to-do list.
Yeah, I love it. And then
It's fun.
it sounds like fun. I want to try that. So what about drumming?
Took drumming lessons, always loved the drums and the bass, but I love the drums, so I took lessons from my nephew,
Okay.
who is a fabulous drummer, and I live in an apartment right now, so it's a little tough to drum in an apartment. But I have a little single test or practice drum, so I do that every now and then just to keep up with it.
Yes, I would think the drum set would just engulf you because you're so petite. but, yes, I want to hear more about, okay, and the flute.
Yes.
So you've pretty much taken on the world, is what I'm seeing.
Well, and that's, the book isn't published yet. And
so stay tuned.
yes, this is kind of a preview, but to really have an encouraging book out there for women of all ages I'm not letting it go. Something inside of me is not letting that go, that I am seeing it. I have seen it pretty much all the way through.
Good.
And I'm just excited for things to come. I've actually, because of it all, some other ideas have popped into my head, and I've written them down for books to come.
Great.
Because I do have a knack for writing as well, just putting things into words that really speak to people.
Yes.
Just honesty.
Wow. Well, I can't wait. I mean, do you have a preview of it anywhere posted online or anything?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But I'm hoping within the next couple of months that will be the case.
Yes. Excellent. Do you have a publisher?
No.
Okay. Publishers out there, woo!
I've had people talk to me about self-publishing, so I'm gaining knowledge, and that's important to figure out everything, but ultimately it's about getting the word out.
Yes. Yes, and it's usually at these really low points that we just find so much about ourselves. So, and
We do.
yes, yes, and what we like and what we don't like about ourselves, and just who we want to grow into, you know, or grow up to be. Do I have to grow up? I don't want to.
Yes, we do in one sense, but we should never lose our childlike.
That's what I tell people. You have to keep that. You have to have the eyes of a child. You just do.
And
Yeah.
my two grandsons keep me in that place all the time.
How old are they?
6.5 and almost 1.
Sweet.
Yes.
Oh,
Christopher's going to be 7 in October, and Scott's going to be 1 in less than a month.
Oh, sweet.
And time I can't even believe.
And she's a grandmother. Look at this. And she's a grandmother. Gorgeous.
I do keep busy.
Wow, wow. So, do you know how this book is going to end? I don't want to know. I just want to know, do you know how it's going to end?
I do know how it's going to end.
Okay.
And it's going to be on a light note that may shed a tear.
Okay.
And give a lot of encouragement. Things that really hit my heart make me cry. Yes. I am a crybaby.
Okay, okay.
Commercials, you know, a lot of different things that are heartfelt.
Yes.
You know, make me get to the heart of who I am.
Okay.
And so that's what I want to do. I want to touch the heart of many people.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I'm eager to read this book. What's it called again? Show the boots. Don't knock this over. Here we go.
This
This
way?
side. This side, so it can come up in between us. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
That's a preview of the cover.
So cute. I love it. You're going to wear those boots for the cover, right? Like,
yes.
That would be great.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. This dress, too, I think. I love it. Okay, so more instruments. So you're very musical.
I am.
Playing guitar and then the flute again.
I love to sing, but that's one thing I would love to take voice lessons and will take voice lessons. But I love watching The Voice.
We watched that, my husband and I watched that.
And it's just to hear how people can sing like that. It's just, I'm so admirous of people like that.
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, it's a natural talent, but then also one that's developed. I'd love to belt out a song like that.
Yeah, oh, my neighbors are so used to me. I usually try and practice down in the basement, you know, so nobody can really hear, but, you know, there's because I used to sing out live, but, you know, so having to belt it out and the neighbors are like, but I did get paid for it, so, you know, somebody liked it. But, yeah, voice lessons are good. Yeah, you should do it.
Just because I can carry a tune. I think I have the tone. And it's just learning how to use your vocal cords.
Yes, yes, and the breath behind it. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That you did that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Give me a stage and I'll just take over. So, so you have children, right?
Yes.
And then how old are they?
They are 36 and 33.
Okay. And so, I mean, it must have been devastating for them as well with this divorce. Don't cry. Oh God, I'm making
No,
a
I'm
guess.
no, I'm okay. I'm
Okay, okay. It must, but how are they doing? Because it really does, divorce, I mean, the person that does the divorcing, is usually, it can be so selfish. It's just so selfish, and they just don't realize how it affects everybody. It just ripples out to the whole family, both families, it just affects everybody.
Well, it does. And, well, the decision to divorce was mine.
Okay. Well, no.
But it was...
Three's a crowd, in a marriage.
Yeah.
Three's a crowd.
It was one that I hung on for a long time, hoping that things would change around. And yes, my children were shocked and really upset, but ultimately all they want is my happiness. And that's what they see.
Good.
And I'm not out there dating because that's not what it's all about. I'm working on me and doing all the things that I want to do.
Yeah, yay.
That bring me joy. I have to make up for time. I mean, I wasn't, the first time I got married, I was 22 years old. And so it's coming into my own at a later point in my life, but it's never too late.
Yay. It's true. It is never too late.
I love hearing stories about 90-year-olds running marathons and, 80-year-olds graduating from college, and it's just an inspiration.
It really is.
And I want to be in that little pocket because it is a small percentage of the older generation that does that. And I just want to be among that elite group.
Yes. Good for you. Wow, what a thriver. So tell us more about what's going to be in the book without giving it away.
Well, it's when, in answer to your mom's question, the other thing, when I was writing everything down, I decided I need to separate things into categories. So I wrote out the chapter titles because I know the different stages of what I went through. And so it was easy to do that. Didn't take me any time to write the title of each chapter. And then the task was to put everything that I wrote in the right chapter. I think maybe my next book would be done a little differently. But when I started out, I wasn't thinking I was writing a book. Like the first time I wrote down my thoughts, I wasn't thinking, oh, this will be good for a book.
Right.
It wasn't until, I would say, maybe 3 months into it, as I'm writing and as I'm reading back what my thoughts were at that moment, I thought to myself, wow, I have something to say, and I need to say it. And it's not just me who has something to say. We all have something to say.
I think everybody has at least one book in them, you know, and it's just a matter of the process, going through the diligence of getting it out, you know.
Yes, and it doesn't have to be long.
So I write short stories because I've got ADHD.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be long. Just my process with my grandkids, I've got a couple of ideas for books. So it's not always going to be something serious, but it's going to be something lighter and fun too.
So like children's books.
Yes.
Super. So more. What would be the theme? Like, give us an idea if you can. Would that be?
Well,
without giving it away.
You know, just a fun experience that I might have had with my one grandson who was the only one for 6 years.
Right.
And we spent a lot of time together playing, and just an experience there made me think, I don't really want to give it away because it's like the title, but just little experiences like that with him.
Wonderful.
I've got ideas.
Wonderful. So this is Gail Supplee, and she's just a Renaissance woman. And she's writing a book. I guess we have like 4 more minutes by now.
Oh.
And yeah, how about that? And so she's going to show the boot again, because the name of her book is
Pulling Your Bootstraps Up.
Yes. Yes, I love it. Coming from being devastated in a marriage that failed, and look at her now. Wow. So happy to have you on here
Well,
today.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
One of the things that I heard in one of the episodes of Sex and the City was Samantha saying to Carrie, she was going through a problem with her relationship, and she says, a test of a good relationship is, are you like this or are you like this? And I think that's life in general. If you find yourself frowning in your work, in your relationship, you need to do something about it to change it. That doesn't mean go off. If in a relationship, that doesn't mean go off and get a divorce. It means communication. It means talking.
Right. Right.
And I do talk about that too in my book.
That's wonderful, because I know my husband and I have gone through that, but it's not. It is. You don't want to throw out the baby with the bath water. You know,
right.
With the dishwater, with the bath water, but you know, you have to communicate. Yes.
That's the key to any good relationship.
Yeah.
Friend.
Yes.
Spouse,
well, I can't
partner.
wait. Yeah, I can't wait for your book to come out,
Well,
and it's
thank
just
you.
going to be awesome. I know it. And maybe next time we can get you back on the show, Living It Up, Making Life Juicy, and to do some payo.
I would love that.
Okay. You heard it, all right? She's recorded now, saying that she's going to come back. Yes.
I will.
Okay. Well, Gail Supplee, let's talk more about the voice acting. 2 minutes. We've got 2 more minutes, so tell us a little bit about that.
Well, like I said, I went to a class, and
Can you do a voice for us?
can I do a voice for you?
There, I just threw you a curveball. I did.
No, not really, not really.
Okay, go.
Elmo goes, peekaboo, baby.
That's so cute.
And Bert Ernie goes, rubber ducky, you're the one.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to be hearing your voice on cartoons. I know it.
I do have a CD of my voice. I actually, one time when I was out in California visiting my daughter, one of her friends, I had just finished the CD, and one of her friends said, oh, can you do this voice and be my voice message?
Oh, great.
So I did that.
Yeah, super. I love it.
Getting started.
I love it. My best is Happy Birthday, Mr. President by Marilyn Monroe. You know?
Well, now that's a good one. That's a good one. That is a good one.
That's all I got. So, Gail Supplee, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome.
And she's the author of
Pulling Your Bootstraps Up.
I love it. I love it. So, let's tell me more about the book. They're going to wrap it up, and they'll just cut whenever they're good and ready.
Okay. All right. That's good.
So we can just keep meandering.
That's good. One of the things, maybe in parentheses, might be and dance through life.
Yes.
Because, did I mention I love to dance too?
Oh, great! Yes, yes.
I torture my girlfriends when we go. I say we have to dance. We have to dance.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
So, and life is a dance.
Yes. Well, this is Living It Up, Making Life Juicy, and thank you so much, Gail Supplee, for joining us
Thank
today.
you.